Or maybe we could just get Miss You Most to go to number 1.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I miss you most at Christmas. It's such a classic, though. I hope we've all watched the JoJo cover of Miss You Most at Christmas time by now because it's excellent and we all should have seen it.
Is that your favorite moment of the year when she sang it live finally?
Oh, I mean, I did love that.
Top 10.
Top 10. If we had a top 10 list, yes, it would be on it. Sorry, what can I say?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 2 Gay Mats. It's Matt Steele.
It's Matt Palmer.
And it's the end of the year. Where did it go? We're getting older. Time goes by faster.
It's weird because we still look great.
We look so incredible.
Especially me.
We look so good.
Mostly me.
Everyone vote. It's weird because normally I'm like, oh, I feel so sad when the year ends because the passage of time really like upsets me. But this year I'm just like, we're done.
Yes!
Like, we're done.
You've done a lot this year.
Yeah, I'm going home for the holidays. We're recording this before Christmas.
No, don't tell them our secrets.
Oh, whatever.
But you know what I'm ready for? What? Sleep. Yes. I'm ready to get in my childhood bed, curl up, and sleep.
I thought you were about to say I'm ready for 2019.
I mean, 2019 will be fine. It's gonna come either way, whether I want it or not. But I just need a rest. Like this past week and a half has been quite hectic for me. My day job has really been sending me to Stockholm and coming back and having to work. And it's just like I need a break. Take a break, as they tell us in Hamilton. Before we break too much, we need to go over the biggest and greatest and most wonderful things that happened in pop culture in 2018.
Yeah, because we don't want to brag, but it's been a great year for us.
Oh my god.
And for pop culture, but
mostly for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have a whole list.
Okay.
Darling, okay. I had to get things together. I'm a planner. I don't know if you've gotten that from our videos, but alright, favorite album.
Favorite album. We're going with album
I'll
first.
start with album.
Okay.
My favorite album was Mariah Carey's Caution, but if we're going to go for a non-Mariah.
Okay.
I believe that Janelle Monáe's Dirty Computer is the best album that was released this year. If you're a patron, I'm sure you've seen our iconic album review of it. But it's just, I feel like she really struck a chord with, her artistry and also what was happening in the world. And it's still, while it had such a message to it, it never felt heavy and difficult to listen to because it's just it's ear candy but with a message. Yeah. And not everybody can do that.
Yeah,
you know?
It's constantly interesting, it's constantly changing, but still feeling like the same album, still feeling like her. You feel like you get to know her so well.
Right.
Her style, she's got such a style.
And I feel like she's evolved so much from when she first started out, but she's still at her core has always been the same. It's like she's just been leveling up, to borrow a phrase from Sierra's new single. She's just been leveling up from moment to moment, and this newest version of her is so incredibly impressive, and I just love it. I think it is so emblematic of the time we're living in, and it has so much to say, but you can have still such a lovely and fun and light time listening to it. So if I could put in my vote for the Grammys, you never do what I want you to do. But if you could just award Janelle Monáe Album of the Year, I would die a happy man. Don't you want me to die a happy man? Because I would like to die a happy man.
Okay. The addendum is important.
A happy man.
A happy man, yes. My pick for Best Album of the Year is an album we talked about very often on 2 Gay Mats.
Yes.
And that was Get Lost by Matt.
Oh my god! I did not tell him to say that.
He did not tell me to say that, but motherfuckers, it was the best album of the year. If you haven't listened to Get Lost by yours truly, Matt Palmer, well not yours truly, his truly, Matt Palmer, it was the best album of the year. Go watch every music video, watch our reactions to the music videos.
Oh my goodness!
Co-starring Max Emerson. It was a great time. It's 7 tracks? 7 tracks, all of them iconic, all of them flawless.
What's your favorite song after all these months?
Well, we're getting to favorite song of the year.
Oh! Matt Steele, you cannot put me in both.
My favorite song off of Get Lost.
Yeah.
It's changed a million times.
Really?
Solo Act, I feel like is the most well-written song, obviously. Inevitably is obviously the hit, the ear candy, the summertime jam. My favorite song on the album, and one of my favorite songs of the year is Give It Up.
Thank you! That's my favorite song! I feel like no one likes that song but you and me.
Give It Up My Love is one of his best songs.
Oh!
The best music video, I think, in the entire thing. YouTube, Giving Up My Love.
Hey, to quote Avril Lavigne, I'm with you. That is the song that I go back to. Not that I listen to my own music all the time, but when I'm I want to feel good about myself and know that I have worth in this world, and I go back and listen, I'm
That's him.
That was a classic. That was a classic to quote that Mariah gif. This is very sweet. You didn't have to do that.
But like, it comes from it. It's completely genuine.
I always wonder, like,
absolutely.
if we lived with people who did things like make movies or make music and they were really bad at it, what would we do?
I don't know.
Because I'm not a good liar. I'm a terrible liar.
I'm a great liar, but I'm not lying now.
Okay, now we have song of the year. I have a few. Obviously, I think as I've been listening to Caution, the title track Caution has become clearer and clearer as the best song on the album, one of the best songs of the year. The fact that however many years into Mariah Carey's career, she is still making exciting and dangerous music that, unlike the music that she's ever made in the past, is just so exciting to me. And so Caution, I think, is so emblematic of that.
I agree. Caution's one of my picks.
Right?
Yeah.
Off of my favorite non-Mariah album, Dirty Computer, I love Pink so much. I think Pink is such a fucking achievement. I think what, Janelle Monáe, Feet Grimes have done on that song are just amazing. And then Robin's Honey. This is a song that was previewed on Lena Dunham's Girls, and like the last season there was like a version of Honey that was played during the credits, and ever since then I've been dying for it, and the final version did not let me down. It was a little more mellow than the version that was used in Girls, but it still, I think, is so interesting and so atmospheric, but still so melodic and so, I don't know, it just really works for what Robin's doing these days, and I'm going to see Robin live in February, and I can't wait.
Are you?
I told you that.
Can I go?
I mean, we can get you a ticket. I don't know if you can be next to me, but you could go too.
I would love to.
We'll get you 2 tickets. We'll find you and a boy to go with. We'll all go together.
If there's a gay out there.
I mean, every gay in LA is going to be at that concert.
All right, that's where I'm going to go.
If we want to get married, because this finger is empty, if we want to get married, that's the place to go.
Oh, the Robin concert, LA.
Hey, LA, it's February.
It's not to have a departure from like favorite song of the year, but like favorite discovery of the year for me, Robin.
I mean, shock. Like, I, again, have been telling you about Robin since the dawn of time.
Robin is like the greatest artist to ever walk the planet. I was literally listening to all of Robin's albums like at like 2 in the morning, walking around my neighborhood, just like screaming and dancing and crying and feeling everything. That was a moment this year.
That was a great moment. That was a moment. That was a moment.
That was a moment. Favorite song of the year, Caution by Mariah.
Yes.
GTFO.
Yes, GTFO! A classic. How about you?
My favorite song and music video of the year.
Oh gosh.
Which I'm furious was not a hit, but I still hear it every time I walk around WeHo.
Okay.
Is Janet Jackson's.
Oh.
Made for
Excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent.
How dare you all not let that be a hit? How dare you?
Yell at our audience.
Absolutely.
Right now. I'm sure they were listening. I'm sure they were listening to Made for Now.
It should have been a hit. It should have been a hit.
Is there an album coming? Is there an EP? Like, are we just releasing Made for Now?
After that, do we need an album?
I would love an album. It was excellent. It is excellent. I revisit that music video often, and the song is still holds up.
Unbelievable. That music video is cinema. That music video is not only the best music video of the year, it's the best movie of the year.
Woo!
By the Oscars Don't Matter. Made for Now. Give it all the awards.
A Star is Born fans are quaking.
So you want to go on to movie?
Yeah, let's go on to movie.
Okay, I think we might have the same
Might we?
favorite.
Is it 8th grade? I know nothing about Bo Burnham. I think I've seen his stand-up and comedy and his music a little bit prior to this film, but it was just the most. It felt so real. It was like, I cannot believe a man directed this. Did he write it as well or just direct it? Do we know?
Forget.
Okay, we'll figure it out. But either way, the fact that it felt so true to a 13-year-old girl's life is like such an impressive feat. Like how did he do that shit? Yeah,
and it didn't feel preachy in any way. It didn't feel so dramatic. And like, I feel like movies about young people now, it's all just like, oh, they're all so depressed, or they're all on drugs, or they're all having sex, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, this felt real while still giving enough drama to be a compelling story. Like, this felt so real, and it was so creatively done, beautifully filmed. The performance.
That young lady
Elsie is like so phenomenal, and Jake Ryan, who played the chicken nugget boy.
He was great.
Incredible.
He was great.
That scene between the two of them was incredible. Best scene of the year. I have a couple favorite movie scenes of the year. But I think the best scene of the year, the scene that will like haunt me forever, is the scene where she's hanging out with the high schoolers and the boy like gets her alone in the back seat of the car.
I like made an audit, like I vocally expressed in the movie theater. And you know me in a movie theater, I'm a quiet, not going to express, and how could you not?
Oh my God.
How could you? Because you knew as soon as he dropped that other girl off, you're like, no.
Every girl in the movie theater screamed.
Because they're like,
it was just like, no!
Because it's just too relatable.
Oh my God.
Ladies, I'm sure, have been there in their lives, and it's just an awful feeling.
Okay.
It just made me want to crawl out of my skin. But that's how people feel in that situation, in that moment. So it's like, clearly...
That's how I feel now when someone's no, me. I'm just like, go away.
Not all the time, sweetie. Sometimes you like them. I've heard stories.
Not often. Other great movies of the year, just because I want to give shout outs. The Favorite is phenomenal, sensational.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dynamite performances. Emma Stone, Olivia Colman, and Rachel Weisz are incredible, all three of them. But there's a movie also that came out this year that's on Netflix, but you must see it in the theater, and it's called Roma.
People are obsessed.
It's so beautifully. I don't think you'll like it. As I was watching it, I was like, oh yeah, this is great, this is great, this is great. But then like later on that night in bed, I was just like...
I think it's so weird that movies
it really stuck with me.
I think it's so funny that movies like wash over you. Like you will walk out of the theater, walk out of a viewing experience and be like, yeah, that was good, that was fine. And then like a day later you're like, that was the best movie I've ever seen. Or I fucking hated that. Which just happened to a movie that's getting a lot of buzz this year, which we won't discuss. But Matt Steele has hated a movie more and more every single day since he's seen it. And I'm just like, you were fine with it when it came out. When you saw it.
Times change, darling.
The only other movie that I really truly loved this year was a Netflix original entitled To All the Boys I Loved Before. It is so cute and so excellent, and what a performance by the leading lady and the guy who gets a lot of buzz. But I want more people to pay attention to the leading lady as well. And it's hard because I don't know either of their names, but we all should pay attention to the lady because she is so incredible and gives such a performance, and it's such a lovely, feel-good rom-com, which I feel like Netflix is the new home for rom-coms.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that one's very good. I love Set It Up, but I realize it's not as good as To All the Boys I Loved Before. Set It Up, I thought was just very cute. But To All the Boys I Loved Before is, like, truly excellent, and really worked.
I need to see it. I hear it's phenomenal.
Hey, fires on all cylinders, I'm telling you.
All right.
You don't listen to podcasts, do you?
Hell no.
All right, well, my podcasts are the same in that I'm still obsessed with The Read. I'm still obsessed with Bitch Sesh. A new podcast that I want us all to listen to is entitled It's Britney, Bitch. And its hosts are Bradley Stern, who is the like blogger Mew Muse. I don't know if you've probably seen him on Twitter. And then there's T. Kyle. He now works at Bravo's Watch What Happens Live. He used to work at MTV. And they're huge Britney Spears stans. And they go through year by year of Britney Spears' career. And every episode is about a year. So
that's unbelievable.
It is like, such a great concept.
It's not even just like album by album.
No.
It's like, no. Year
1998. I just think it's so exciting for someone who has lived through the Britney era, because I feel like there are some people who, for whatever reason, just have a Britney blind spot and don't understand her importance in pop culture. Yeah. And when you listen to It's Britney, Bitch, you'll hear all of these moments and these parts of pop culture that you're like, oh right, Britney was there for that. Britney did this that moment. And like, this is when Britney got married for the first time and got it annulled. And then she marries Kevin Federline and then like Justin Timberlake. But it's like, it's about her music, it's about her personal life, and these are from people who are true stans and have a true love for her that you know, you don't get this depth of knowledge out of everybody who's doing a podcast about Britney Spears. And so I appreciate their knowledge base, because as a Mariah stan, I want to hear the facts, I want to hear the figures, I want to hear exactly what happened, how it happened, no mistakes. Because like some of this...
You're like, I want to hear all the facts, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't know the lead's name of...
That's not as important as Britney Spears' album discography, we all know that. And I just want the world to know that Britney has been with us since 1998 and has been around. Maybe
the beginning of time.
Maybe she's just been in the background for you, but she has been there, and we should be there for her and listen to It's Britney, Bitch on Spotify, iTunes, available now.
How's that 2007 episode?
It's rough. There are a few rough years.
Okay.
2011 was similarly rough, just like performance-wise, but the album Femme Fatale is great. I still love it. So.
Okay. I'm gonna do a favorite performance I've seen this year. A favorite live performance I've seen this year. So in 2010, I saw the best performance I've ever seen, ever, on stage, and that was Miss Bernadette Peters in A Little Night Music.
Yes.
This year, I saw another show, a Broadway show, and I saw a performance that has surpassed that.
Oh, right.
In quality. The person who has toppled Bernadette Peters in A Little Night Music is none other than Bernadette Peters! in Hello, Dolly.
Oh, I thought you saw Bette Midler for some reason.
No, I saw Bernadette Peters.
Okay, don't get mad. I just don't remember. I knew that Bette did it, right?
Anyway, I was in New York. I saw Hello, Dolly, starring Bernadette Peters. I can't express in words how it feels to watch a live performance at the Schubert Theater of one of the most iconic roles in one of the most iconic musicals, a role that was originated by your number one being played by your number two. I've always wondered, like, why is the title song such a big deal? Like, nothing really happens. Like, they kind of just dance around and they sing Hello, Dolly, but seeing it live with a bona fide Broadway legend like Bernadette Peters, you're just like, I get it now. This is incredible. And oh, when she sang Wow 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 Fellas, she like upped it up the octave and it was like, bitch! And when she came down the stairs, I will just never forget it. She just, at 70 years old, she held such power. Her comic timing was unreal, but she still had those dramatic moments that she always delivers, and she's outdone herself. And Carol Channing would be so proud.
May she rest.
She's still, hey, in 2018, still surviving. Carol motherfucking Channing.
She literally could be dead when we put this up.
Hey, but she won't be. If she is, then
I'll cut this part out. TV show, do you have anything you want to mention?
I mean, Celebrity Big Brother happened this year,
right,
which
you
was
did love that.
really fun. The winner ended up being Marissa Jarrett Winokur, Tony Award winner Marissa Jarrett Winokur, who also ended up being in my movie.
Oh my gosh, Divas, people!
Coming 2019.
Woo! TV was hard for me because I feel like everything I loved this year I've loved in years past. Like, I don't know if there's a new TV show that I really was super enthralled with, but my hat's off to Real Housewives of New York, which had a stellar season. I mean, we're talking Luann getting arrested, we had Bethany versus Carol, Team Carol Forever, hashtag, and I was enthralled. And like, they went to Cartagena and they all shit their beds. Like, this is not television that everyone sees on a daily basis. So I just want to thank Bravo Andy and all that were involved in the making of this season, and I hope that next season can even hold a candle to this one. And I also loved the season 3 of Insecure. Had kind of a different vibe. I really loved the addition of, I believe his name is Kendrick Sampson. He's a very handsome young man. The other show, which is, sure, are we only 3 episodes into the season? Yes, but like, clearly it's always been, always will be one of my favorite shows. Vanderpump Rules is also firing on all cylinders, and I was nervous about it because I was nervous the season was going to be all about Jax and Brittany getting married and like how they love each other and how Jax is a changed man because his dad died, blah blah blah, which like they've done a little bit of that, but it's not too much. It's more about James and how he's cheating on Raquel and how Raquel doesn't believe it and how, you know, they get in fights at Pride. And I love that.
Great, I love a fight at Pride.
So what are other things about your year personally that you're excited about?
Well, we already felt this up. I finally filmed my movie that I wrote, produced and co-directed myself and starred in, called Devos.
Yes!
We finally filmed it. We got some stars in there. We got, as I said before, Tony Award winner Marissa Jarrett Winokur. We got Jake Busey, who is Gary Busey's son, who's in a lot of stuff. We have Nicole Sullivan from Mad TV, and she's on like Blackish.
She's on Blackish.
She played my mom in it.
We, as the audience, are very excited to see it in 2019. And obviously, a big thing for me, I put out Get Lost. Visual EP.
The album of the year, if we recall from like 15 minutes ago in the beginning of this video.
I mean, it just was, it was a big labor having a music video for every song. Has been like a dream of mine since I was a child. Before I started making music, I always wanted to have something out that, or just, I wanted to listen to Brandy's Full Moon and see a video for everything. So, the fact that it became a reality, I'm very proud of. And, you know, music is hard. Music's not a thing that people make a lot of money on, even if you're like the biggest artist around. So I don't know what's coming next in the music department, but whatever happens, I have made something that I will always be proud of, will always be able to look back on. People have really enjoyed it, given me such positive feedback, and you know, I can do nothing else but be proud and excited and for the next things that happen. And the last thing that we should be very proud of is we started our Patreon.
Oh!
Which, if you are not currently a patron for as little as $1 an episode, you can get a bonus video from us every single week. I think we've been doing a good job keeping up with that. we have a lot of fun prizes, not prizes, but like, you know, rewards for how whatever level that you decide to support. And I think that's been a really exciting, like a new outlet, because being able to reference things that happened in the very distant past has been very exciting for us, because we grew up in an exciting time. The 90s were great. Like, I know everyone's all about the 90s, but like, they're not overstating. Like, it was a great time.
It was a time.
It was time.
And we get to talk about all of our favorite nostalgic things.
Yes.
I get to hear his, and I get to discover like things that he grew up with that like I know nothing about, and he gets to like discover things that I grew up with that he knows nothing about.
Which at the end of the day, is that not what the channel's about?
It absolutely is.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Tell us below what your favorite things of 2018 were. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matt Palmer Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
And 2Gay Matts for both of us. And we'll be back soon with another brand new 2Gay Matts.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
2019.
Yeah.